What's up YouTube, and welcome to the Anabolic Outpost. In this edition I will be showing off my Anabolic peanut butter banana oatmeal. Now I've recently been using this recipe a lot as my pre-workout meal, and it's extremely simple and fast to make, and if you're eating a pre-workout meal like I do, it is high in carbs and protein and lower in fat. I usually do actually make my overnight oats recipe, which is found on my channel, but this is nice if I'm in a pinch or I want some hot oatmeal for a change. Makes it really easy to incorporate this recipe into my diet. So let me just quickly show you the very few ingredients that you will need to make this. First ingredient is going to be the oats, and there's so many different kinds out there, but it really does not matter what you use for this recipe. Next is protein powder. I am using PE Science vanilla protein powder, but if you have a different flavor that you think would go better with this, you will go ahead and do that as well. 1 whole banana, real peanut butter, which is actually kind of rare to see on my channel, water, and the last ingredient is going to be salt. The first thing I'm going to add to this bowl is going to be the oats, and I'm going to add 56 grams. Of course, you could experiment how much you want to add and just adjust the recipe, but 56 grams is perfect for the purpose that I usually use this. I'm now going to add in a pinch of salt, and I am now going to pour in 200 grams of water. And before you add the other ingredients, you are actually going to cook it as is into the microwave for 3 minutes. In the meantime, you could go ahead and cut your banana, and there really isn't no great way to go about this. I just go ahead and cut some circles, and I don't even dirty any more dishes and just use the banana peel as its own cutting board. And let me also take the time to explain why I used real peanut butter for this recipe instead of the powdered stuff that usually goes in there, and there's actually a couple reasons for this. The first being that with the purpose of this meal, I don't mind having the extra calories in there, because for a pre-workout meal I would like to be full, but I don't want to be bloated and eat a bunch more for the little calories. And also because with the protein powder in there already, it's going to be pretty powdery, and the peanut butter kind of balances that out, but if you substituted that and added more powder, it would just be way too chalky of a taste, and yeah, you would get through it, but it's not exactly what you really want to eat. So I hope you could understand that before going and commenting that peanut butter is not anabolic, and I can't call this anabolic because I added peanut butter. Anyway, as I was just talking there, I added in 16 grams of the protein powder. I'm now going to add in the peanut butter after that, and I'm just adding it in a little bit of smaller clumps just so it's easier to mix when it comes down to that. And also, please do not use the heavily processed store-bought peanut butters that you could get. The only ingredients that should be in your peanut butter is peanuts, and don't pick something up that has a bunch of added sugar and a bunch of random ingredients that you've never even heard of. In total though, I added 24 grams of it. And you'll go ahead and hit this with a spoon and get a good mix in with it. And I usually don't end up giving it an extremely detailed mix because I don't mind if there's some clumps in peanut butter, just as long as all the protein powder is dissolved and you're not just getting a bite of straight protein powder. It's nice to have some peanut butter clumps in there as well. And now you can kind of see what I'm working with here. It is pretty thick, and I even added some extra water than what's recommended just because I know it's going to be so thick and the protein powder is going to soak up a lot of that. And finally, to top this off, I'm going to hit it with these banana slices, and I just go ahead and put an even layer on the top so as there is a banana slice in every single bite. And this is the final product. Definitely one of the shorter videos I've ever made, but that was the purpose, and it was intended to be that way because this is supposed to be a simple, well-balanced meal that you could really incorporate into your diet in many different ways. I keep on talking about pre-workout meal, but this would also work in so many great situations, and I don't think you could go wrong eating it at any time of the day. And also, here are the macros for those of you that are curious. It's going to give you 23 grams of protein, 73 grams of carbs, 17 grams of fat, for a total of 460 calories. Like I said, pretty high in both protein and carbs, and there's a decent amount of fat from the peanut butter, but if you were to take that out or add a little bit less, you can make this lower in fat too. My duties for this video are done. I hope you've been enjoying these videos that aren't necessarily the standard anabolic type, but that is what I'm shooting for. It's not going to be all all extremely anabolic, extremely insane macros for every recipe. I like to live a well-balanced diet with some of those in there as well, but also some of these types of recipes. So if you have been enjoying these, let me know by leaving a like and comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Other than that though, thank you for watching.